welcome. Today we're going to be I'm hosting a watch party here. We're going to be watching STONEADO. The link for the Cosby there's right there at the top of the chat. So let's get this party started. Here, I'll give you a minute to come into the thing. Oh, Jason just started like 30 seconds ago, so you're not missing nothing. Oh, Jason just started like 30 seconds ago, so you're not missing nothing. Oh, they have plenty of time. Yeah. Well, that's going to leave a mark. Welcome, Simple Jack. You're just in time for the start of the movie. Oh, I'm pretty sure those kids wouldn't mind the school burnt down. Good point, Jason. Well, if they thought it was a meteorite, why touch it? Well, Jason, I told you it was cheesy. Yeah. Hey there, Mercer. Welcome. If you want on the panel, links at the top of the chat. Okay, sounds good, Mercer. And the only thing damaged was the rock. Yeah. Yeah. All right, sounds good, Jason. Bribing the sister brings back memories. Or would it be the sister bribing the brothers? Same difference. Oh, if I would have done that, my phone would have been gone. Hey there, welcome, Jason.
This is this is just awesome cheese. Oh my.
Oh yeah, I figured you'd like this.
Isn't the isn't the blonde guy actually in other things on a regular basis? Him both.
I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but you think other people would be reporting this stuff, like instead of just like one or two people.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, if I ignored my dad's phone calls, there, my phone would be gone.
Yeah. Ignore. You're fired.
Awkward.
Awkward. I'm gonna go with creepy.
Uh, now, would you listen to some random guy with the bullhorn on a day like that?
No.
Yeah.
Like you're cute, now go away.
You know, if I kept seeing water spots, I would have gotten the hell out of there.
Yeah, no kidding. That's not CSM, is it? Guy in the lighthouse? It's not cigarette smoking guy fr- from the X Files, is it?
Maybe, I don't know. I've never seen the X Files.
This is called STONEADO?
Yeah, STONEADOs. 2013 video movie.
I can't find it on IMDb. It's so bad they don't even want to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Oh, even better, it was a TV movie.
Yeah.
There, I found it.
Was it for TNT?
Uh, I'm looking here.
Hey, maybe you guys should have listened to him. You wouldn't have to run.
Oh wow, that's a bad. Did you the catchphrase on the cover art? A stone's throw to disaster. Oh my.
I've seen bigger.
So yeah, dude on the phone there. He's been in a ton of stuff. So yeah, he's definitely been around.
Mm. Mhm. Mm. Mm.
Oh, it is. That is CSM. The guy in the lighthouse.
Yeah.
That guy. He played one of the most infamous, famous characters in the X-Files series, and
Oh,
he was
cool.
only ever known as the cigarette smoking man. They never gave him a name on
Yeah.
purpose.
Oh, this is the best part.
Oh, you've seen this before?
Yeah. Yeah, take that carrot out. No, that's how I picked. That's why I picked it, because I've seen it before.
Ah,
Yeah, I took the carrot right out. So she told the picnic that he should have done his job.
oh my.
Uh-oh. Her brother's gone. I gotta say, that's a pretty damn strong wall they got there.
Yeah, no kidding. All it does is absorb the rock.
Yeah. Just a small crack, nothing big.
You should have answered your dad's phone call.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have left me.
Wait, if there's no signal, how the fuck is it ringing?
Oh, it was produced by Sci-Fi,
Yeah.
so that explains it. Oh, that's awesome. You know what's even better? They're not actually even in Boston.
Yeah.
It was filmed in Victoria, British Columbia.
Yeah. There you go. Shit.
Oh, did that creepy kid just get wiped out?
Yeah. Because
Oh, that's
he wanted
awesome.
to hide behind the table there.
That's awesome. So they killed him off because he was creepy.
I love how they all hide behind like plastic stuff.
Is this hail? I'm a police officer. Is that hail?
Yeah. You think she'd have something better to do than look for two kids that, in a time like this. Well, I wonder if they're related. Oops. Does that null and void the bribe?
Oh my. Replace one creepy guy with another.
Yeah. Well, they're actually know each other and they're friends, so
Yeah, I know, but it's like
not as creepy.
not. Well, it's only half creepy because there's only one underage person.
Well, technically two.
Oh man.
Yeah, like trademark can last. It goes around that fast.
Oh dears.
Love how he already has that pulled up, even though they knew nothing about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, when did he have time to do that?
Well, the seamounts are in the middle of the Atlantic. They're not off the coast. Like,
So wouldn't they travel to Great Britain?
I don't, like, oh man, like I don't know if you realize how broad the Atlantic is right off the coast of Massachusetts and Nova Scotia, but to go across at that point, it's massively wide. Like it's
Yeah.
so wide that I've been to Bermuda, and Bermuda is technically in the Atlantic Ocean, but even it's not halfway to the seamount, like the mid Atlantic ridge where there is actually all this activity. Jeez, like,
It's one in a million freak occurrence, but yet there's two of them.
yeah. Oh man, this is special. Please ignore us after, obvious issues of giant rocks crashing into the city.
Yeah.
Like, you can mock the premise all you want, but in universe, lady, you've got stones raining down on your. Like, hello.
Like overall, I enjoy this movie. It's actually halfway entertaining.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with a good cheese fest, that's for sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
I love how they're doing character establishment. Like, what are we? Almost halfway in.
Yeah.
It's like, P.S. You're supposed to be. You feel sorry for me because I had a bad relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never watched movies like Sharknado and stuff yet either, so I need to maybe
Yeah. Oh, if you want another cheese fest, don't. Atomic Twister. I showed that last week.
comic what?
Atomic Twister. I'll send you the thing.
That's awesome.
Salty didn't like the movie, but
Oh, he watched it with you, did he?
yeah, he was. Yeah, he watched it.
Be afraid.
Yeah, there. I sent it to you. That's a good movie for you and the missus to nitpick. I would have gotten an ass whooping if I would have left my younger siblings. My, I still wouldn't be able to sit down if I would have done that. See, that's another thing. I would have gotten an ass whooping for not taking my headphones out.
Or the response that would have
Yeah,
also resulted in a rather large reaming.
yeah, he had a good looking wife though.
Of course, he had a picture frame wife. You know what that means?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it has to do with something with just a wife being in the picture.
Yeah, you go to the store, and then you're looking at frames, and every picture is like the perfect poster.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Like every family, every individual, it's always like
Uh,
Hallmark exploded into the frame.
uh. Uh-oh. Welcome, Eric Sonder. We're at the 37-minute mark. You're in for a real treat of a cheese fest. Hey, is that Nicolas Cage I just saw you?
No.
No, maybe. Similar look.
Yeah.
Paddle! Paddle faster! Faster! I don't know about you guys, but I would have been jumping ship and swimming into the trees towards the shore. So, how many points for getting it through the sunroof?
Uh, I'd say only 50 unless it didn't damage the seats, and then I'll give him 1,000 because that's just.
Yeah, no, there's no dent in the
Oh
seat.
yeah, look, perfect, exactly there. Style points, so you go from 50 to 1,000 immediately.
Yeah. I could have told you it was cold, but I can see the ice and hear it crackling. You know, for scientists, they're not very smart by going out and just grabbing it.
Yeah, but remember, they already said, that, "Hey, we're not scientists,
Yeah.
and I'm just a backup weather man." Yes, I'm sure your insurance will cover the big thing.
You know, they think it's gonna explode, so why not run?
There's gonna be like a critter in here.
Hey, look, the dragon egg hatched.
And he knew before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back in about 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back.
There's a light breeze in the air. The wind speed.
Right now, it's gonna hit right now. Row, row, row.
Row your boat.
Gently down the street. Ow! That had to hurt. All I seen was buildings behind you. Maybe turn the camera a little bit.
But then you'd know they were in Victoria, British Columbia.
Yeah.
They're dead.
I think you can run a little bit faster.
He- He's face down in the water, yet he can breathe that quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, how does this stuff? I gotta ask this.
Yeah.
For these actors, like the blonde guy who's the backup weatherman, he's been
Oh.
in big shows, including Stargate.
Yeah.
And like you must really want a paycheck to be able to do some of the stuff that they
Well, I
ask
think
you to
some of these
do.
guys just enjoy doing these cheese fests just to do them. To say he has an
Probably.
a complete cheese fest.
Uh,
Yeah, but
Maybe it, maybe it's a good way to practice or something. Yeah.
yeah, I love how
Because
he
I
got
mean,
hit by the rock though. And he's like, "I'm okay." Boom.
yeah. Oh man, this is something. Well, for the calm moment, I got to step away for a second and go check
Yeah.
on the barbecue. I'll be right
All
back.
right.
Oh, awesome. I didn't miss his broadcast.
What?
I didn't miss his broadcast.
Yeah.
Don't go in the water. I wanted them to be like dinosaur eggs or
Yeah.
dragons or something.
Oh, that'd be over the top cheese right there. Oh, you missed the part where they the never it's never gonna happen again part
Oh.
with the kids. I think after three of them, people would start listening.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's piss them off even more.
Yes, because somehow or another that overrides your safety.
Like she's the example of the daughter that should have gotten her ass whooped when she was younger.
Yeah.
It's like the same size as all the other ones.
Oh yeah, that's all they
I'm
could
wondering.
pay for.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they reuse the same effect shots.
Oh, you know they probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bird knows better.
Oh, let's see. There's a tornado and the vessel ain't responding. I think I got an idea what's going on.
That's no boat. That's no space station.
Oh, now a stone does some damage. They've been experiencing a massive tornado event all movie. It's only called a water spout because it's on water.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. If it's that big over top of Boston, who is gonna not believe anybody?
Yeah.
Oh man. So tell me that wouldn't confuse you for a minute if you didn't know they were filming and you were in Victoria and all of a sudden you drove by and there's an American flag hanging off the side of the stadium.
Well, usually they have all that blocked off so that people wouldn't be interrupting the filming.
No, but I mean you'd probably still see that from a little distance if you're kind of like, what's going on?
The Americans came, they took, and they conquered.
Yeah, it's like, when did we get absorbed?
They gave us Victoria to pay off the debt.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Must run to the danger.
I love how they just do that slow jog, instead of a full blown run to get to it.
Yeah, like
Whatever they're
you should be on fire.
going. And don't tell me that their belt's weighing her down so she can't run that fast. I've seen those cops run fast. Of course, it's getting closer. You can see the rocks flying. Yeah, it's gonna take out the van, so let's hop right in the van. Up, the classic key drop. Never fails.
See, that's why all vehicles just need to be push button.
Yeah. Well, they're becoming that now.
You realize you realize how many car tropes are all going to disappear because of EVs and cars with push button start?
Yeah.
Like there'll be no more of this.
Well, they can still do it with the battery dying.
uh,
Oh, but you gotta get that ratings just so I can get off the weekend weather.
See, he knew how to flex his presence on TikTok before TikTok even existed.
Yeah.
The FOA? Like, I live in Canada and I know that it's called FEMA.
Well, I think females trademarked it, and I think there's a law like I know for
Oh, you can't
example
actually say it in a movie
you
unless
might
you
not be
pay or
able
something.
to because like there's a
Uh,
lot of shows like you can't have the big red cross on it because it's because
oh, okay.
because the red cross stops you because people will not take things seriously if they see like the red cross like in all these movies and stuff or
Yeah.
something like that. I
Okay.
can't remember the exact ruling.
Now that makes sense. Somehow or another, nobody can see the gigantic tornado that's the size of the city.
Yeah.
Well, that's what text messages are for.
Yeah, simple text
Boomer.
was that. Well, man, get the fuck out of there.
It's like, hello, boomer. Use the
Yeah,
text message feature.
yeah. So let's go. Let's drive through the exploding rocks.
But he's not.
Mhm.
This is so terrible.
Yeah.
Well, what makes it even more terrible is because my father was a meteorologist. So I constantly would ask him questions about how weather works. It's not like I'm a meteorologist, but it's like, no, this is not real. This is
Oh,
awful.
everybody's still out driving around. I guess no one got the tornado warning. It's not like they're the Midwest where we go stand out on our front porch and watch it.
Yeah.
That's the Midwestern trope right there.
Yeah, my sister constantly does that there in North Texas. Well, I'll get pictures, or she'll send pictures to my mom. They're like, look at the cool dust storm. Look at the cool cyclonic clouds that haven't turned into a tornado yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. One of them vaporized a guy. I don't know how a car could put up with that.
Oh, did you see that last car that blew the doors all off?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if we drive slow, that's not going to trigger them.
Is it minefield?
Only the
Oh,
mines are
speaking
visible.
speaking of mines, my brother sent me a clip that was on Imager from Ukraine. Uh, Somebody had mined a bridge with, uh, of course, had mined a bridge with anti-vehicle mines. So I don't know if they were full-on tank mines or not, but they were definitely weren't anti-personnel. But these people were just pushing them off the bridge, off of the side of the bridge with their feet. My brother was losing his mind. I'm like, yeah, but they're not anti-personnel. They're not going to go off because you played a little bit of football with them.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah, they're explosive. So let's park the vehicle right on top of it.
We gonna die. Took his head clean right off. Oh man. Four new F3s.
Yeah.
Right. Hmm. 6 million people. That should be easy.
Yeah.
Don't taunt Happy Fun Ball.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that skit from old school Saturday Night Live?
No.
It's a joke toy called Happy Fun Ball, and they
Yeah.
list off all these completely outrageous things like
Yeah.
if Happy Fun Ball begins to smoke, please step backwards slowly.
Yeah. Their van would have been gone way they were blowing up the cars earlier. The van would have been gone. There's not even a scratch on it, it looks like. I don't even see a scratch.
This is precious. I'm pretty sure no brother would ever say that to a sister.
What did he say? I
I
didn't
wish
quite catch
Dad
it.
was here. No teenage boy, I should say, would ever say that
Yeah.
to their sister. They'd think it, they wouldn't say it.
But they gotta show the sister as being the stronger one, the more brave one. You gotta love the fake falling in this.
Oh yeah. Well, she's got to redeem herself, so they've got to set it up. Because remember, she's been all irresponsible, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
It's so
And they
amazing
got
though that he
there
knows
fast.
exactly where the kids are at. He
Yeah.
always knows where his kids are at before he had the tracking.
You mean go towards the light?
Don't go towards the light. Don't go towards the light.
Uh,
Hey Jedi, we're at the 109 mark. Oh, another creeper moment. Someone tried to take the kid during an emergency.
man, they love the creeper moments in this.
At the top of it all off, the dad's driving around in a white van, a windowless white van.
Oh man, running around in the pedo van.
Hey Jedi Bill, you're welcome to come up on the panel if you want.
Oh.
Oh, they ran right to the kids.
How perfect. Mrs. Padlock goes through door, kills child.
Yeah. Oh, plot armor. They all survived right in a circle. Oh, we're in the middle of a disaster. Let's start flirting.
Yeah. A couple of decades. She's like what, 28?
Yeah.
No, that's not creepy at all. She would have been 8. Oh man. Actually, now just for the fun of it, I gotta go see how old the actress is. Just to increase the pedo bear factor here. Okay, let's see here.
Hey, wouldn't raising the temperature cause worse storms? Just saying.
Wouldn't what? Sorry?
What?
What did you say?
Well, wouldn't raising the temperature make the storms worse? Because they're talking about raising the temperature to return the ozone to its normal spot.
Well, the real threat is temperature difference. You got to have a really warm air or really cold air and warm water.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the way tornadoes work. Well, hurricanes are powered by warm water,
Yeah.
but
Hey.
tornadoes are powered by cold and warm air
Yeah.
coming together.
Hey, what's the point ratio on hitting the plane directly in the nose?
If it wipes it out in one shot,
It took it out. It
10,000.
exploded it. It exploded it exploded the whole plane. Well, you already got like 250 with the plane getting taken out. Oh yeah, let's have time to go get showers and everything. Clean them up.
So she was 33 when they filmed this movie. So that means she was 13. So dude's been chasing her. Oh man.
Yeah, but they're about the same age, so
I'm about to check that. I think Sebastian's a fair bit older. Oh my goodness, is he ever?
yeah.
He's 11 years older, so he was full on in his 20s.
Yeah,
Chasing a 13.
but in the movie were they about the same
Oh,
age?
I know, but it's like, oh man.
Oh, let's just have a suitcase laying around with the explosive with the timer already attached to it.
Sure. It's left over from when we thought the Ruskies were coming.
Well, the Russians are coming.
Well, they are now.
Because Russia just flew 4 nuclear armed bombers over Sweden's airspace just the other day.
Were they actually armed, or were they just the regular?
They're armed with nuclear bombs.
Did we know that for sure?
Well, that's what Tim Pool was reporting.
Oh. Because they regularly send Tu-95s over all the time.
Yeah. Oh, they're finally listening to him. Well, not quite. He told them to stay there, but they're not running off at wherever. But I think half this movie is just him looking for his kids.
Some reports are claiming that it was that 2 of the 4 aircraft were carrying nukes, but
Yeah, okay.
Either way, they violated airspace, and Sweden gets real twisty when you violate anything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's pretty likely that that Sweden has actually uh, depth charged both American and Russian submarines over the years because they're that defensive of their sovereign waters.
So how come that one didn't explode?
Or that one. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, wait a minute. Did I miss that they're going to try to use a bomb to blow up the tornado?
Yeah.
Oh my. I
No,
just
well, they're
clued
gonna.
in.
You ever notice in like every movie they're in the middle of emergency, but where it's like minutes matter, they have time for banter.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Oh, he's dead. He
Yeah,
said that nothing's gonna happen to him.
don't
So they're
worry,
dead.
Andy kissed a girl.
Yeah. Yep.
You did. What the heck is
I don't.
that?
I don't think that thing's gonna get high enough up into the atmosphere. And that one
Blurt.
ricocheted took them all out.
Oh, that's awesome. It hits her and she just
Just
falls down
it just stops it. It just stops the whole stone.
and nobody in front of her gets hurt.
Yeah.
Excellent. She was the meat shield. I have a wristwatch that sounds like that.
Hey,
What?
it's a true government. Hey, it's a true government weapon. It only works half the time.
That's a hang fire. Put it down and walk away. Count to 60 and then go back and check. He's setting the timer. Would you like me to say it in another language, please?
So wait, they set the timer. Now they're spending time talking.
Yeah. Loads of time. Not just like a
Well,
little bit of time either.
Yeah. So why does it take two of them to go drive into it? It takes two of them.
Well, because one's gonna have to be hurt super bad and can't go on, and then the other will will escape or whatever, and then the one that can't be saved will stay behind and do the thing, or they'll just do that.
Mm,
And also, apparently, you can get that close, and then that's actually enough for it to pick up your car.
that big of an explosion would have taken out half the damn town.
Well, there goes all your windows.
Oh, look, the tornado's gone. I don't think that's how it works.
Probably not.
Oh, I thought for sure he would have been dead.
Been a while since you last watched it, has it?
Yeah, well, I haven't really watched it all the way through.
Ah,
I
yeah,
always fell asleep.
they killed off all of the boring characters.
Wait, what? Did her friend ever survive? I survived
No,
there.
she did a like a backflip off the top rail, and then that was the end.
Yeah, I thought maybe the friend would have been fine, or not fine, but like in the hospital or something. Oh, that was fast. They just started dating and now they're getting married right away.
Yeah, well, remember 20 years, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Bad joke. Bad joke. Was it too soon for that joke? Too soon?
Always too soon. Oh
So, how
man.
did you enjoy the movie?
Well, it kept me entertained on one level, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, that's yeah. Well, actually, I will say this, and I'll tell you something at the end of saying it, which will actually make it seem sad, but it's way better than some of the Bruce Willis movies that I've had to turn off because they're even worse than this. Uh, to which I don't know if you heard, but Bruce Willis has been diagnosed with chronic aphasia.
Yeah.
So he can't. He either it's a combination of can't understand what people are saying or can't actually because I don't know if you ever heard of aphasia where
I heard from it in DJ Sign in Arabic. I'm glad you enjoyed the cheese fest. I think next weekend there I'm gonna do nuclear hurricane.
well, if you want to watch a really bad movie that isn't so bad that you want to turn it off, but there is actually a Bruce Willis movie that was out not that long ago that was pretty rough. It had Buddy that was in uh, oh whatchamacallit, Captain America, Winter Soldier, the guy who was one of the main bad guy agents. You know
Okay.
what I'm talking about? I can't remember the actor's name right now.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have
Uh,
to make sure to tell Salty because he said he didn't want to watch the Cheese Fest. How wonderful this movie was! It's just a
I'll
great,
just tell,
wonderful
yeah,
movie.
I'll just pour it on. I'll be like, "It's the best movie ever."
Yeah. No, but it's entertaining, especially when you have someone to go back and forth with it on the banter like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just have fun just mocking it and
What was your
enjoy
favorite
the
part of the
opportunity.
movie?
Uh, Probably none of it, to be honest. I mean, it
Oh,
was.
my favorite part was when the lady stopped to scream at him. Oh, he's a weatherman. He should
Oh,
have
I
predicted all
suppose,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And
And then
she
she
gets
gets
hit by the
whacked.
and she went to stop. She might have lived.
Yeah. I did kind of like the fact that you had like the random appearance of actors like I was going on about Buddy that played Cigarette Smoking Man. He's the poor lighthouse keeper.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's that called? Cosmic Sin.
Oh, so I gotta watch that for one of my watch parties.
Oh, it's so terrible.
Okay.
Cosmic Sin is one of those movies where if you watch the trailer, you think you're actually going to see an okay movie. Like
Yeah.
nothing special, something that you'd consider direct to DVD. But it is so bad that I don't actually know if it's even the fault of the editors not being able to edit together a cohesive story. I don't even know that they were able to shoot enough material to be able to do a cohesive story. But what's really sucks though is there is actually there's a nugget that could be the driver for the whole movie that they use in it. That's actually not terrible. It's just I don't know. It's just one of those movies. Like my wife and I, we actually had to watch it. We wanted to finish it, but we actually had to split it in two and watch. We ended up watching the first half one day and the second half like a couple days later or something like that. And oh, it's bad.
Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix actually.
Yeah.
Frank Grillo is the guy's name that I'm thinking of. He played Bone Crusher, I think is the character's name. He was the guy that had the great big hydraulic punchy fist things in Captain America: Civil War at the start of the movie. Remember when they were in that
I
little
haven't seen
African
I
country?
haven't seen Civil War yet, but you can
Oh
spoil it.
no! Oh, Civil War is possibly the best of all of the MCU movies,
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned. Like Winter Soldier was when that came out was absolutely my favorite of all the MCU movies. But I'd put Winter Soldier. I'd put Civil War ahead of all but the first Avengers movie.
Oh, okay.
Like it was just really really good movie. A
Oh.
little bit annoying in a couple of spots. Like they did this stupid thing in the beginning of the movie when they were doing the big assault, and it was they were Cap shows up at this place that they're supposed to assault to try to stop the bad guys from stealing some stuff, and uh, he goes, "They're armed with AR-15s." I'm like, "Whoa!" Talk
AR-15s are
about a
that
political.
powerful.
Well, I'm like, they're armed with a regular hunting rifle. Excellent. Good thing. Good thing they only have that. But I mean, just the use of that specific term, you knew that someone was trying to make a big political statement in it. Just
Yeah.
like, give me a break. But when did they actually film that? Let me see. Uh, Endgame. He was credited as being Brock Rumlow in Endgame. That's weird. Oh, that's right. Yes, he was, because when they were doing all the jumpy jump around, did you see Endgame?
I haven't watched that much MCU to be honest.
Oh, okay. They do all the timey-wimey, jumpy time stuff in it, and then he ends up going back and yeah, okay. All right. It's like,
Okay.
what the heck is going on in my brain? I couldn't remember. Oh yeah, Civil War was released in 2016, so it would have been filmed before that. So that would have been right at the peak of one of those big Obama's going to ban all the things moments.
Oh, that's election time.
Yeah. So everyone was trying to like spin up all the controversies and the bad guys use AR-15s, so it's gotta ban them.
Yeah.
But
Or,
other than
or
that,
they're
the rest of the movie was good.
or that they're too lazy to do research and they just go in with the one gun name
Oh.
everybody talks about.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would just go in with everything else. It's like because silencers actually make everything silent, which isn't true, and
Oh,
you know, all cars can stop bullets. Because yeah,
because
hmm
quantum.
yeah, it's like oh, just hide behind the steel part of the car because that'll stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, here's a funny story. So back, I guess now it would be like 5 or 6 years ago. Um, There's this guy who went off his cracker here in the city, and he owned a SKS. I don't know if you know what that is. You guys aren't
Uh,
you guys aren't really supposed to have them
it sounds like a
because
Russian gun.
it is, yeah. Fires the same round as an AK,
Okay,
uh,
okay.
but it's more of a battle rifle. So it's kind of like be like a Garand, except it only fires intermediate instead of a full size cartridge.
Okay.
But anyway, so this guy, and he had it legitimately, but this guy went nuts. And he actually was, what frustrated me with the situation was he was known to be a pretty angry, violent person. So somebody should have intervened in this guy's life like a while ago. Anyway, he went nuts, got angry about his ex girlfriend seeing somebody else or whatever, uh, killed her and her new boyfriend right outside of his apartment, waited for the cops and killed two cops.
Oh,
But here's the kicker. So he was doing this from an apartment building that's not very far off the path from the road that I at the time was taking to drive to work. And had that guy been the least bit stupid, he could have actually hit cars on the damn highway.
yeah, but sounds like he was being
Well, yeah,
stupid.
fortunately he was being extra stupid. So in the end it never put anybody at risk. But what was funny was
Wait,
the
what
whole
do you
thing
mean not put
happened.
anybody at risk? He killed like what, 4 people?
No, but I mean anybody else. Like he had his intended victims, basically, is what it seems
Oh,
like, and then that was the end of it. But yeah, I drove by and all I knew is there was a bunch of cops right there along the highway, and then I just continued on my way to work. I got to work, I ended up it's like everybody was like freaking out, like what's going on? Didn't you hear? Like what do you mean? Didn't I hear? There's a big shooting on the north side of the river and blah 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 blah. And I said, where? An apartment building on Brookside Drive. I'm like, okay. That was kind of creepifying. So basically, I drove through a free fire zone and I had no idea.
well, at least you made it out okay.
Well, yeah, I mean that was fine, but it's still it was a bit annoying though because like they told everybody in the huge subdivision that was right beside this road, everybody stay inside. The cops showed up. There's a Tim Hortons right close by. They closed that up. Everybody that was in there was kept inside, which is fine. But it's like you're thinking to tell everybody to stay indoors and get in basements or whatever, but yet they didn't close off the busiest commuting highway that's actually well within lethal range of the apartment building.
Yeah.
And here we are, all of us commuting back and forth up and down this highway that's like you could easily plink cars from this guy's front window. Like it was like,
Well,
are you kidding
what
me?
are you saying? You never forget something important like that?
Well, I mean, honestly, like if you're taking safety into consideration, the first thing I would have done is I would have cut off access to that highway a lot further back. Like because I know the area, I know exactly where they should have done it, but anyway, it's just one of those.
Oh,
What?
who needs those little pesky little things called closing a road for people's safety? Who needs
Yeah.
that? People need to get to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty funny. I mean, for how grim of a day that was, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, how could you miss that? Like, just do it like, and literally, it was like they did it at the worst possible intersection, and all they had to do was go back one intersection further, and problem solved. But
Yeah. Well, when
whatever.
you're getting shot at, logistics is a little bit complicated.
I guess, yeah, yeah, because yeah, they scrambled like half the police force was there.
How big of a city?
About well, the area is about 150,000.
Okay, because when you say half the police force, half our police force would be half a person.
Yeah. Yeah, well, for
'Cause-
here, the city proper, I think, has got like 160 officers on staff, and then there's the RCMP regional headquarters is actually based out of Fredericton. So there'd be, if they really needed a lot of cops, it'd be like, yeah, you could
yeah,
have 300 or 400
yeah,
officers here in an absolute mad hurry.
yeah. Because when you say half the police force, it just depends on how big of a town you're talking about. Because
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
we
it'd be
got,
like where my wife grew up. They literally had two cops. That was it,
yeah,
because she
we
grew up
got
on
one
this little
cop.
island.
We used to have four cops, but then I'm guessing budget cuts were down to one.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
of
they had
course,
two, and then they went down to one the
but
same
of
way.
course, of course, the way our town is, like, we only get a murder like every 10 years. That's how like peaceful my town is.
Yeah, well, even here actually, when that incident happened, whatever 5 6 years ago, that actually quote unquote filled the quota for quite some time because it's usually pretty quiet around here too, even for as large a quote unquote large a population.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty much just kind of robberies or whatever. There's hardly even
Oh,
any real true violent crime around here, so
oh
it's
yeah.
pretty safe.
Because like when our town, when we had the one guy, he broke into an 83-year-old lady's home and tied her up and stole her car and stole like $80 from her, and like we're all like shocked, like, where the hell this guy come from? Like
Yeah.
nobody recognized the name either. So turned out it wasn't kind of a guy that just moved to the area. But it's
Uh,
like they got the name. And it's like, anybody even know this guy? Because I'm in a town. If you don't know the person, you know someone who does know the person.
yeah, yeah. I haven't lived anywhere quite that small in a long, long time.
Yeah. Well, my town I'm in is 1,700.
Oh wow. So yeah, that'd be a lot similar to like where my wife grew up. She grew up being on a tiny little island. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get away with diddly squat.
Oh, oh yeah. If you do something, the whole town knows.
Yeah.
Hell, hell my secure hell my security system only failed me one time. But I know broke in my house there because the neighbors, apparently it's the one day that my neighbors aren't watching my house. I got proof they watched my house. I got proof of that because my dad converted this little car bench thing that or old van seat into like a bench thing for out by the fire pit there. Not even 15 minutes after I put it into the garage, the neighbor comes over and goes, "Oh, me and Diane are so happy you got rid of the car bench. We just thought it looked so tacky." I was about ready to go back in the garage and put it back out in the driveway.
Huh. So Salty joined onto the server earlier when we were still watching the movie,
Yeah.
and he's not moving.
Well, maybe he fell asleep.
Probably, poor guy. Man, that's gotta suck bad. And
Like you
because
can see.
he,
Oh, can you see everything that we do on here? Like
oh
if
yeah,
we're
I
not
could see if
doing.
you guys are running commands or if you're chatting, all the chat log and all that stuff. But
Oh.
I just warped to where he is, and he's just sitting still here.
Oh, okay. So you got visual on him. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
down in.
yeah.
I'm mining a bunch of granite here as I'm talking to you, and got the chat pulled up on my phone, but no one's in the chat. So we got four people watching, but no one's talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's well, I suppose two of them would count as you and me though, wouldn't they?
Oh, you're in the chat too. So
I
I'm
still
guessing
have
another
the yeah.
one's. I'm guessing one's still Airvik and maybe Jedi Bill because I know Simple Jack's gonna
He
be
said he was
streaming.
going off to go play. Yeah,
he streams Battlefield every day on
yeah.
his channel. I'll have to swing in there, leave a like, and tell all the battle buddies, hey, that about his question of Trek's coming back for the first weekend. So at I'm guessing 3:30.
I
Uh,
enjoyed watching that the one time I did watch it all the way through, but it's so long.
question of Trek.
Yeah, I mean well, I shouldn't say it that way. I should say it that it's long in the sense that when it is tends to not line up with when I have a lot of time that I can actually fully
Oh
dedicate to
yeah,
it. It's kind of like I love catching Salty's movie night with Matthew if I can, but well, this past Friday night I actually made it all the way to the end without falling asleep. It was 3 o'clock in the morning for
oh
me
yeah.
when it was
Well,
done, and I
I
was
learned just to stay at my computer and I'll be
burnt.
able to stay awake. But if I go lay down in bed and put it on, I fall asleep.
Yeah, see, normally that would generally that wouldn't fly. Like, and I don't mind at all. Like, my wife and I don't work days, so that we both have the same days off. So evenings and any time that I happen to be off, we always are very, that's as much us time as we can have. So,
Yeah,
so yeah, so I mean, it's
yeah,
fine. She doesn't mind me watching something on the laptop or whatever in the bedroom or whatnot, but it beats having me, across the hall in my office.
yeah. Well, there.
And
Yeah, well, I sent you a movie there that you and your wife can enjoy and banter and all that. It's about a tornado that hits a nuclear power plant.
yeah, well, it can't be any worse than there was one that she decided to watch all the way to the end. What was it? It was actually, you know what? I should look up the name of this one too for you. So you've got Cosmic Sin. So that's the one that
Oh,
had Bruce Willis
here,
in it.
let me go.
So
Let
write
me
that
find.
down.
Uh,
And then
good thing my headphones are long. Reach all the way across the coffee table. I never put back when after I mop the or vacuum the rug.
yeah,
So
and
cosmic
Cosmic
sin.
Sin. Yeah, and the other one had what was that? Okay, so I know the actor that was in it was in Desperate Housewives, and he was the dreamy gardener kid.
Oh, he's dreamy, huh?
Well, he's like that, the whatever you call it, the stereotypical.
The pool boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The pool boy, especially when the husband's not home.
yeah. Oh, where is he? There's only like a few movies I can. Oh, there he is, Jesse Metcalf. That's who it is. Okay, he was in a movie called. It was like supposedly a zombie-ish kind of movie. Is it Dead Rising? No. No, that's not it. Um, they go to some island that's like some secret military
Yeah,
base where
it's not Epstein's Island, is it?
no,
Sorry,
no,
I had to go there.
uh, it's not that one. Although that one seems like it's going to be a terrible movie. It's called Fortress from 2021. It's got Bruce Willis in it, but it looks like it's going to be completely terrible. Maybe it's this one? Hard Kill? No. How many movies has he been in with Bruce Willis? Every time I keep bringing these up, it's like, oh, Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis. What the?
Oh, Bruce Willis has been in a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah, but that's knowing that he's got the aphasia thing. I'll bet you he's had that for a while, and now, sadly, now we know why
Yeah.
he was doing so many movies.
Well, I think maybe I think well also this might be one of those things where what was it? Tim Allen that does a lot. No, if you look at oh god, now I can't think of his name. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I
uh,
know who you're talking
Adam
about.
Sand Adam Sandler. If you
Yeah.
look at, I think, yeah, if you look at a lot of his movies, I believe it's him. You'll all the actors are pretty much the same. I think that's his movie. That's the person I'm thinking of. Either that might have been Tim Allen. One of the two there, I believe. If you look at all their movies, they're all the same actors.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a point at which where some of them just started just cranking out movies.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta find
That I
this.
think they did that so that all the actors would have like chemistry and all that, and could somewhat produce a good movie versus just doing some mediocre thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, some people just want to get a paycheck too. I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm
Well, I
not
think
gonna
the
hate on.
Yeah. Well, I think if it's all if they do a lot of movies the same ones, they know they got good chemistry and they know they can work together. Versus like the first season of a lot of shows, it got really stiff and rigid acting because the actors don't know each other, haven't worked with each other for a lot.
Hmm.
Because you'll notice that in a lot of shows that the first season is always rough because they're not familiar with each other.
Oh man, I wish I could remember the name because it's not in. I don't think it's Jesse Metcalf. I think it's somebody else, and he just looked like Jesse Metcalf. I gotta see if I can find the name of this movie. Uh, you could download viewing history off of the Netflix website. So I'm gonna
Uh,
just double.
so you know approximately when you watched it then.
Yeah, it was like it was just in the last couple months here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if I can find the name. But my wife watches a fair amount of movies. She takes it pretty easy on her days off.
Yeah.
Uh, it was actually a pretty. Oh, she actually watched that herself too. It was actually a pretty good movie that I was surprised is Mother or I Am Mother or something like that.
The sequel to I Am Robot.
No. um, what was it? It was this AI that was raising a girl and tried to convince her that she was protecting her, but it turned out that it was actually the AIs that were bad or something like that. It was a pretty good movie. I
Oh,
haven't really spoiled it that much by saying that either because it's kind of
kind of the whole point.
yeah, like it's a pretty good watch. I can't remember the exact name of it. Um, so there's the
Yeah. Oh,
Jackal.
I wanted to say thanks for coming to my rescue earlier in Minecraft. I
Oh
thought when he said there was raiders in there I thought it's just like regular
no,
pillagers.
no. So there's a pillager tower in the game that's just a fair not slender, but it's not really super fat. Fairly tall tower. It's like probably 40 blocks tall, 50 blocks tall. And that's where actual pillager raids theoretically will spawn from. Although raids can show up practically anywhere in the map, anywhere where there's a village, they could show up. But
Well, I
if
know
you
they come
find a
to
yeah, if you find a pillager tower though, they're rough because basically the pillagers continuously spawn no matter what. Like they just constantly come.
even after you light it up and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Like even if it's the daytime, they'll spawn constantly in the daytime. But those mansions, you can clear them and then they'll stay clear. But they're a beast to actually try to keep clear. Like they are
Okay.
really,
Yeah,
really
that's the
hard.
first mansion I found outside of Peaceful. So
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
expecting it to be that rough. I was like, I'm not losing my stuff.
that's yeah, that's no kind of easy, that's for sure. I am never gonna
Yeah.
find this movie. Yeah, it's too bad. If I remember it though, I'll message it to you at some point
Yeah.
because it's one of those like zombie apocalypsey type kind of movies where they're just trying to stop this disease from breaking loose from the island or something like that. And they send in like a rescue party. Oh man, it's killing me. I'm looking because you can never tell sometimes. If you don't remember the name of the movie, you're not necessarily going to remember the name of the movie when you see it again.
Well, it's one of
'Cause-
those now that you're actually thinking about it, you can't remember it.
no,
I have
exactly.
I have that problem there whenever I'm trying to I can remember something until I need to remember it. Then it's like, oh, what was that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Jeopardy the other day. Perfect example is I couldn't remember past tense. One of my favorite episodes of DS9. Well, not my one of my favorites, but a really great episode of DS9. I should not have forgotten past tense.
Eh. Is this it? Let's see here. Nope, definitely not that one. Uh, this one? Nope.
All right. Yeah,
Anyway,
can you just PM that to me there? I'm gonna be
yeah,
heading over to question of Trek there. It was
yeah.
great having you to banter with on this movie. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh no, I had fun. It was good fun. I mean, it's not like it's a good movie, but I had good fun. That was fun.
Yeah. Well, if you want, you're welcome. We're gonna do Nuclear Hurricane next week. I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Well, usually Sunday afternoons are pretty much free for me unless there's something big going on. So,
Yeah, this
so if you're
130
doing,
slot seems about pretty good. This 130 slot.
yeah. All right.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks for coming on, Jason.
Hey, no problem. See you,
And
man.
thank you, everybody. Just remember to be a gorilla.